Heyo everybody, this is IcicleFerret, and we're back on Warframe. Just the other day, Warframe released an update where they added new conservation targets to the Plains of Eidolon, and we're going to check them out today. So first thing you want to do is you want to pick up your Echo Lures from Master Tizanai here. He has a new option to browse wares.
Strife and predation.
So you can it's the Kuaka and the Condroc that we're used to seeing, plus their equivalent pheromone synthesizers. And then there's this new guy, the Margoo, and that one's pheromone synthesizer. Now, once you've got those picked up, you can head out to the plains with your tranq rifle equipped and get hunting. So here we are out on the plains, and we're going to find us some creatures. Now, you can play the normal minigame, which is where you pull out your Echo Lure, you find the trail start point, and then you just do the normal hunt and track thing. But what's cool about the plains is you can also just find these guys sitting out in the open. Like here's a plains quokka. Let's see if I can peg it. Nope, missed it. Here we go. Got it. Got it. Alright. Now that you've tagged them, you can just go collect them. So, the Plains Kuaka, a timid rodent that is easily frightened. Now, you can find condrocs just out in the open. I don't see any here. Oh, I am corrected. They spawned behind me. So, rogue condrocs? We're gonna actually... Alright, well I got 2 of the 3, that's not bad. Yeah, same thing. Alright, the Rogue Condroc. This is the uncommon variety. A carrion eater and opportunistic bird of prey. Condrocs gather, feed upon carrion, and occasionally hunt in groups known as committees. Several committees will be led by an emperor. Master Tizanai likes to talk. So, that's, in my opinion, the easiest way to catch the condrocs and the quokka. Now, there's a very, very great place for finding them, and it is right around here, north of the Ribs and west of Mount Nag. There's... You know what, why don't I just show you? Alright, so here we are at the hut, round about where all the critters, the conservation target critters spawn, and there we already have 2 groups of them. So these critters are kind of like random encounters, for lack of a better term. There's a chance of them all spawning. These guys. Oh, I didn't mean to kill the quokka. That sometimes happens. Anyway. I got one.
Note these superficial similarities to the Ashen Kuaka.
Well, if I hadn't murdered them, I would have gotten several there. But fortunately, like I said, this place is a hot spot for spawns. So, we'll just try again. Now, like a random encounter, you kind of have to leave the area in order for them to come back. So we're just going to make a nice little loop over here. Hopefully lose the Vulnvalists in the process. Yeah, looks like we got some more spawn right around here. There they are. Alright, regular plains quokka. Yep, missed it. There we go. have even another spawn. This is what I mean. This is a great place. It's a nice little hot spot for catching these critters. Oh, an ashen quokka. This is the uncommon variety. Oh, there's 2 of them. Gotcha.
They don't like the light.
Yeah, I apologize. It's really hard to see them in the dark, but this is the time that I had to record. So this is what I'm recording. But, yeah, that's the quickest way to catch condrocs and quokkas. See, we already have more. This is, like I said, this is a great place to catch them. Ooh, Emperor Condroc. This is the rare variety. So let's see if I can tag all 3. Nope. I got one. So he just has little extra dots and stuff on his wings. Very pretty.
This rare emperor
Also a little lighter in color than the others.
Condroc committees.
Yeah. Now, the only one that you actually absolutely have to do the minigame for is this new guy, this Margoo. So we're going to find ourselves a Margoo spawn, and we're going to catch us one of them. So here's what a trail start point looks like in the Plains of Eidolon. You can track the animal, start the minigame, and personally I have found these trails extremely difficult to follow out here on the plains, and it's much easier for me just to simply get some height and scan around for the spawn point. Like, I think I see it over that way. Yep, there it is. Margoo call point. Now, before I call the Margoo, I'm going to take out these Vulnvolus because they're going to cause problems. Right, Vulnvolus taken care of. Now we're going to start the minigame, calling part of the minigame. Exactly like on the Valis.
The Margoo, an avian of ridiculous appearance found along coastal regions and by large bodies of water. Margoo circle and squawk at the sight of marine predators. Many an Ostron fisher owes their life to these odd little birds. Killing one is considered very bad luck.
There it is. Now the Margoo always spawn flying.
Eyes are ready. A coastal Margoo.
Got it.
See these everywhere along shorelines and around large bodies of
Bam.
water.
There he is. Kind of melded into the ground. Now there's a bit of a glitch in that they drop the same drops as Kuaka, so that you can get Kuaka spines from Margoo. Alright. Coastal Margoo. This is the common variety. An avian of ridiculous appearance found along coastal regions and around large bodies of water. Margoo circle and squawk at the sight of marine predators. Many an Ostron fisher owes their lives to these odd little birds. Killing one is considered very bad luck. Now, I know it's kind of hard to see in the darkness, but their wings are at the back end of them, and there's, I mean, most things in Warframe are relatively plausible. You know, you can look at it and say, okay, that kind of works on a biological level. This guy doesn't. If it was a fish, I wouldn't have as much problem with the design, because it takes much less energy to propel yourself through water than it does through air. But in order to get through air, you have to have a lot of power, and the way you generate that power is with a lot of muscle. And this guy has no muscle. If you look at him, he's like a beanpole, and there's absolutely no way this thing should be able to generate enough lift to get itself off the ground. So this is, yeah, whoever designed this didn't know much about biology, if you ask me. I mean, it's still an interesting little appearance, but yeah, no. This is just not happening. Anyway, so that's how you catch the new critters.
They don't like you, Tenno.
Master T's and I likes to talk.
You've likely saved their life.
Yeah, and that's how you get all the new critters. Again, sorry you had to film during the nighttime, but this is when I had the opportunity to do it. Now, along with the new critters comes the new floofs. You can trade tags yeah, go to Master Tizanai again, and you can trade your tags to get floofs.
The business. Strange that he frowns upon my methods of taking animal life in order to preserve it, while he himself applies the same principles to people.
I love that little phrase of his about talking about the differences in his philosophy with the business. Really adds a lot of character, and not only about the business and Tizanai, but also about the cultures that they come from. I think it's just a cool little touch. But here we go. We're gonna trade some tags. Common Condroc, Floof, Ghost Kuaka, Plains Kuaka. So these are the tags. You can also get a emblem to decorate your Warframe with. So as you can see, I've been doing some hunting prior. We're gonna get ourselves a new little floof. Yay! And these are what the new floofs look like in the Orbiter. I have these are the common, uncommon, rare, common, uncommon, rare, common, uncommon, rare. Now, they're just color swapped. They're very adorable, and I love the detail that's gone into them. You can even see the stitching, representation there. They actually look like plush toys. But my one gripe is that the rare variety is just a color swap of the other two. Now, I understand why they do this. It's a lot easier to color swap things or to change colors on the palettes than it is to make a whole new model. But that was something that was really cool about the first round of floofs that they released, was that the rare variety had little extra, little differences to its physical design. It just made them more special. These guys, they're just color swaps. But there they are, totally adorable. You got your Plains, your Ashen, and your Ghost. Here, those are the quokkas. This is the Margoo. You have your Coastal, your Forest, and your Splendid Margoo. You got your Common Condroc, your Rogue Condroc, and your Emperor Condroc. And that's how they look in your Orbiter. Cute, adorable little things. So, alright, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. So go out and catch all your own critters, get all your own floofs. Much luck to you guys on your hunts. Stay frosty, my friends, and I will see you all next time.